Alright, welcome back for another ranked multiplayer match. We are playing as the Beastmen, and we were actually in a mirror match against another Beastman on Silver Spire. So here we go. Okay, so brought a Gorgon, Taurox the Brass Bull, a Warger, Free Shaman of the Wild. So I definitely want to get
Khazrak.
my Lord and my caster in a safe spot, and I'm going to need to bring on a response to these large targets. I think Minotaurs are great weapons is probably mostly what I want to bring. The standard Ungor spears aren't going to do too much against a lot of this, I think. They'll be good for capture weight, but not for much else. I'm assuming he's got some Ungor or something like that. Yeah, I'll spawn in the back. Well, I need to bring them on now. So let's get these guys going. Minotaurs with great weapons. Woods, he's got Goreherd with shields, so we'll send these guys forward and bring the spears back. And we're gonna hold off on shooting at them. Ungoreherd. Same thing. And he's got a Warger. Ungor Raiders back there. I think I want to go. He's got more shooting than me. Get our shooting aiming at his boys, and let's also bring on some. Let's do this. I'm gonna try to make this a thing for me. Bringing on harpies and like flying units from the side. Chaos spawn, what is that? Taurox over there, so let's get Minotaurs with great weapons and these boys coming after him. These guys going over here. Pop these dive on the shooting. Get these away from Taurox. And let's get the dogs. These are doing decent. These guys can probably, well, I guess I need to hold them on there for a little bit longer. Where are the other shooting boys? Let's get these guys on top of Taurox, and we're just going to try to circle beat him and get him off of the field. They're going to chase, we're going to run. These guys up.
We have a victory point.
And
keep it.
Pop that and that. Our caster. Taurox is getting worked right now. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna bring these guys uphill. Trying to get the shooting away from there. Alright, you gotta keep an eye on guys, make sure we don't get spread too thin. These guys over. We get spears on him. So run these guys up towards the Ungor Raiders. Get these chaos spawn. Looks like he might be trying to get out of there, so make sure we don't. Actually, no, he's not. He's not doing a good job of working his way out. So we're gonna run the chaos spawn over here. Where are my dogs that I lost track of? Okay, right. I wanted to keep him on top of Taurox to slow him down. Let's get Feral Manticore. We're gonna use this Manticore to harass the back line on some of these boys. I freed up these guys, so let's get them running over here. These guys on here, these guys over here.
You have killed
Keep
an enemy.
shooting. Get our caster out of there. Dogs on him as well. Manticore on top of these guys. And who else am I not keeping track of? This squad is going to shoot there. What else? Let's bring some reinforcements from the left side. I'm thinking that a warger could be nice. Shit, he's on foot. For some reason I thought that I had him on a mount, but that is okay. We're going to deal with it. I think we got a good... for these guys to come stop up these Razor Gore herd. Damn, I cannot. I click on them, and then what does Overcast do? No, we'll just do a normal Vile Tide on top of the Gore herd. This guy's getting chased off. We'll let the dogs deal with him. Get our Lord over here, along with the Brave Shaman. Okay, he's gone. Now we're gonna loop around. Get more shooting on Razor Gore herd. Actually, let's shoot down the Brave Shaman in the wild. Pop this buff. And let's get more Minotaurs with great weapons. Okay, unsummoning. Summon Minotaurs with great weapons are going to come this way. Alright, don't want to overchase, so we're going to turn back around and recharge the Gore herd. What else? The Wargers over here. On some of those guys. They're not unsummoned. Sometimes that unsummon function is a little funky. The dogs, I'm going to keep hiding. I think the time to strike is not now with them. Archers need to pull back. They put them on guard mode. And let's shoot at the Harpies with them. The Gore herd. He is coming after who with these Harpies? Maybe these guys? Okay. Fine by me. Not a bad trade for us. More Minotaurs with great weapons are going to come through over towards this Brave Shaman in the wild. I'm going to try to run them down with our hero train. Get the Warger mixed in against the Gore herd. Give me a good matchup for him. These spears on them. Okay, our shooting is inactive, so let's get them on the Ungor Raiders. On summon here, we've got some points to spend, so what do we want? I think some Minotaurs, just standard Minotaurs would be good here. And then I'm going to want to bring on some more infantry as well. So far, we're doing pretty good. Value trading is going in our favor. So Ungor's here. Actually, these guys can be, I forgot they can be deployed in Vanguard. Okay, move these gentlemen up. Witches of Kalkengard, okay, that's what we want to watch out for. Try to intercept them. Great weapon, Minotaurs, get these guys out of there. One of the squad of these guys, let's get on top of the Warger. You guys will get unsummoned. The Manticore can dive here again. Might want to try to... Nah, I shouldn't stretch myself too thin. That's over here. Standard Minotaurs are going to dive the Ungor Raiders. Get them out. Actually, we're going to have them help in the... No, we're going to dive. And then, how is our Lord doing? Lord's doing okay. We'll keep him on the Warger. These Minotaurs are great weapons on the Witches of Kalkengard. We'll bring the shooters back over here. Our caster really hasn't gotten too many spells off. Vile Tide there. That's pretty nice. Get another charge. I gotta pay a little bit more attention to my Lord. I want to make sure he doesn't get picked. What do they have coming? Infantry. Butchers are definitely still my main issue, but I think they're going to get dealt with by the great weapon guys. I just got to get them following these commands. Alright, he's got Razor Gore Herd coming. So let's try to bring these guys back actually. Reset here. Bring on more infantry, so we'll get some spears. We'll actually also get Centaurs with throwing axes. And then we'll get Harpies for some mobility. Bring all these guys this way. Standard Minotaurs will jump the Gore Herd, and there we go. He's seated there. So interesting. I think that's the first. That might be the first mirror match I played. Well played to my opponent. It was, generally speaking, pretty close. The value trading wasn't that uneven. If I hadn't picked off his Lord, I think he kind of lost track of Taurox. If that hadn't happened, that could have been a very different match. But Beastmen in general don't have great leadership, so once he was gone and they had the leadership penalty on all their units, that kind of dominoes. So Khazrak the One-Eye did pretty good, decent value on him. Had him on a chariot, so he's a little bit more expensive, but he did well overall. And the Brave Shaman of the Wild did pretty good. I honestly really mismanaged him as far as casting spells consistently. I brought him, with Vile Tide and with Brave Scream. And my idea was that I was going to use him to do some of the more damage dealing on the infantry blobs, and then I would spend more money on great weapon Minotaurs, so I had a strong response to the large targets and whatnot. But I didn't use him as much as I was originally planning. The Chaos Spawn did okay, but actually I shouldn't say they did okay. They did pretty poorly, but that's all right. Wow, this one squad of Ungor Raiders did really good. 1900 value. Not even a resummon. I think a lot of that was on the Blood Brute Behemoth. Very lightly armored target, but also high value target. So, and you may have noticed that I was trying to be attentive to the matchup. So I had Ungor spears in the front and Herd behind them. And instead of sending them in against the Gore Herd and whatever he had coming in the front line, I switched positions. So I was trying to just take little actions to get more favorable value trading. So let's see. Standard Minotaurs didn't get to play around much. Yeah, Minotaurs with great weapons really paid off. Warger didn't get much done. He was kind of just bowling around some infantry, but you can see he barely accrued any value and took decent damage. Feral Manticore didn't get a lot, but and the same thing with the Harpies, but they disrupted the shooting in the back line, and that's mostly what I wanted them to do. And then the Chaos Warhounds with poison. I ended up just juicing them up with chevrons because I realized that I hadn't removed some of the abilities on the Warger when I was setting my army up. So I just pulled a bunch of his abilities off and items off and launched them into the experience on these guys. And I chose them as opposed to any other unit because I felt like they would, with the increased leadership, they would be able to stay in the fight for longer. And I brought the poison variant so that if he brought some kind of elite unit, I could use them to get the poison debuff and trap them up, decrease their combat stats. And that paid off because I think I used them against Taurox and maybe against the Behemoth. I feel like I got them on someone else. Maybe it was the Butchers of Kalkankard, but regardless. Taurox didn't get too much done. Blood Brute Behemoth got shot down pretty quickly. The Brave Shaman of the Wild actually did pretty good. I'm not sure. The damage value is making me think he probably got some Traderkins off. Warger didn't do too much. Let's see, none of the frontliners did that much. The Raiders were okay. Let's see what else. Razor Gore Herd, Centaur's not much. Gore Herd did decent. And yeah, Raiders were okay. So anyways, interesting. Yeah, that was an interesting matchup. I know it was a mirror match, so for some people maybe it's not as fun, but at the same time it gives you a look into how people kind of counterpick against their own faction. And that was a fun one because it was fast-paced. 2 Beastmen is probably one of the better mirror matches. I figure it's better than seeing 2 Nurgles or 2 Vampire Counts or something like that. So anyways, well played to my opponent. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.